Yo, guys, welcome back to Undefeated at Locals. It's your boy Marvin, and I got something truly special here for you today. Last week was the return of the weekly Webcam Wednesdays, and so many great decks. We had like a ton of Leatherhead. We had so many awesome decks. We had an Elder deck going strong in there. But, a couple decks rose above the rest, and I've got Bill Evans here. He went 3-0 in the very first Webcam Weekly, earning himself a bunch of points towards prizing at the end of the month, as well as a $25 Stark Dark gift card provided by Stark Dark themselves. And we have Bill himself here to talk about his Beast Titan deck. How's it going today, Bill?
Oh, it's going pretty good.
Awesome to hear. Awesome to hear. Yeah, we got the physical deck and Bill here to talk about the profile, so we can rip right into it. First, let's start with the character card. What does Beast Titan do, and why did you choose this character to play this week?
Yeah, so I've actually been looking at Beast Titan for a while, and I never ever played him. This is the first time I sleeved him up was for the this event, and Beast Titan says he's a Titan. He's a five-hander, 33 health. Response: after your first attack, this turn resolves. Build it face down. If it has shift, build it transformed instead. So he's clearing the card pool. He's giving you more resources. That part all by itself, I thought that was awesome. And then response after a Titan backup enters or leaves your stage, draw a card. That part is because he's supposedly a five-hander, but obviously you're drawing. You can actually start your turn with more cards in your hand than your hand size. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, that is super awesome. Um, Obviously gained like a whole ton from these new sets. Like a lot of people have been playing like the War Chief, the Han Zoes of the world, but you decided to
Mhm.
run it all the way back to Attack on Titan 1 and find a character that could break these cards like just as impactfully, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, so let's rip right into your attacks here, and you can kind of just go over them one by one. We don't really have to go over like every single card. A lot of the viewers, I'm sure, will know it based off of the title, but you can just kind of go over points of like why you included it. If you want to add any comments as we go along, feel free to do so.
Yeah, absolutely. So Beast Titan has life and death, and I wanted to play him because he's playing the backups, he's playing the Titan cards, and life has such strong things. Obviously, you got to go with four rock barrages. This card's just sick, and then you pair it up with the other one that's got his face on it. Beast Titan attacks because it can turn it into a throw. This one shifts down and lets you pick up other ranged cards, so you can pick up ranged rock barrages. Let's see, show you what it looks like. So basically, if you could start your turn, play one of these, and then it doesn't matter how it resolves. You build it down, and then you can pick up a Beast Titan from your discard pile, rock barrage, and play it out, and because you commit him to do that. It's really solid. And of course, you draw a card, and then if you already had one, say you had one from a previous turn, you could pick up a Beast Titan attacks or Rock Barrage. You play it. You blow up this one on your stage to give it throw, and then yeah, and then you can build it down. So it kind of loops a lot. This whole
Yeah,
deck's
for
kind of cool.
sure. Being able to add a ranged card, like it feels like if you ever are going against Beast Titan and they have the Beast Titan built down, it's like kill on sight for me. Like I am not trying to have you start your turn with that available.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Um, and the good thing about that, we'll go into later too. But I completely think that you still run Death Rattle in this deck because at least you could burn for one when they do that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you're getting a lot of benefit from people attacking into your backups for sure.
And then I got Duplicitous, which will let you build in either one of your backups or one of your shifted attacks. So Duplicitous, I could then grab the Beast Titan. If I start with Duplicitous, uh, it builds down and it lets me grab this. So then I've got, I'm building on my stage as I'm attacking. I don't really have to take as much time off. Um, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's a
this
sick
deck was
inclusion. I
awesome.
don't see Duplicitous a ton index anymore, and I think it's still such a good card.
Oh yeah. This deck was awesome. I didn't actually know it could brick. If you only grab, it didn't happen to me the whole time when I was playing webcam. But if you see a hand and it's only like foundations, it kind of bricks because if you don't have a backup, because when you get a backup built, then you can draw a card. But if you don't start with an attack, so having this Beast Titan on board, you always want to do that because it lets you go fish for an attack.
Fair, fair. Yeah, it's really funny considering like thinking about UVS conceptually, it's hilarious that drawing only 5 foundations is like a brick in this deck.
Yeah, I was running 2 Harness Undeath in the main. I probably would bump this up. This card is ridiculous. Especially, I mean, if it just hits for anything, then you can burn them for so much more.
Yeah, absolutely. It really just like low block checks your opponent, right? If they don't have a low or like 2 lows because we can give this thing echo, they're probably just losing the game.
Yep. And then I was running a whole bunch of one-ofs because I was afraid of the new unique rule, how you can't build in another one.
This is like my
Um,
favorite part of your deck. I when I first saw the list that you sent to me this morning, I was like, this is crazy. This is so sick.
of course, Falling Titans can just accidentally win you the game if you have a bunch of backups built, and then you do its loop. I really like this Death Attuned Warhammer Titan attacks because you play your first attack, you build it down or shift it. You can play this as your second attack, and then it says sack a foundation. After this attack resolves, you may build it transformed. So what I was doing is I would do the loop to play like Rock Barrage first, and then I would transform this and down into a foundation, and then I would play Warhammer Titan attacks, and then so like I have to check a 7, right? So I'm gonna either check a 5 or a 6 or whatever, but no matter what, I'm gonna have to commit a foundation, and then after this would resolve, I would sack this Rock Barrage so it could go back into my discard pile
That's
so I could pick it up later.
amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah. So it was really cool. And then the cool thing else about this is it has a first form. So the following turn, sacrifice if you have fewer sacrifice is a cost, and then if you have fewer foundations than your rival, build the top 2 cards of your deck face down. So sacrifice is a cost. It's a Titan backup. Draw a card. Response trigger. Response trigger. Battle up rattle. Which is no death rattle. Sorry, death rattle, and then that burns it for 1. And then if you happen to have less foundations, you get to build in more foundations. Cool.
Yeah, no, I think this attack is so strong. I'm always surprised to not see it in more of these like Titan pile decks. Yeah, no, I think that card is absolutely insane.
And if I was going to cut one of these, it might be this Colossus Titan attacks. Um, it can help because it's a throw, if like later in the game, but I don't know. I think I would put this into another probably Harness Undeath or something.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that card is like really good on its like backside of like if your opponent doesn't kill you, like make them like lose 2 cards out of their hand is like an insane thing, but I could for sure see not wanting to ever play it like turns 1 through 5.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And then military airship is also just pretty awesome. Clear your card pool, play something again, or if they blank it out somehow, you can pick it back up if you need the effect that it does or whatever.
Yeah, rock barraging people twice with the same rock barrage seems pretty crazy.
Yeah, stun out everything. Bill, yeah.
Yeah.
And then so these 2 obviously are going to be the primary targets for rock barrage, just to damage mitigate.
Yeah, that makes sense. 9 Titans is absolutely insane in a deck like this always.
Yeah, and I chose to go with the Titan backups because they get to draw.
Yeah,
And
yeah, he's like really interesting because like he doesn't really take advantage of the Heroes of Exandria pieces, but he takes way more advantage of like every backup that says Titan on it.
yeah, and you can't use the unique ones where you blow up the other ones to ready.
Right.
So I was like, I'm not even going to go for that.
Yeah, that's super fair.
Yeah, and then we'll get to the foundations in a second. There was some other foundations I didn't even know existed until later that let you like subtract 2 stamina from a backup, which would blow it up, which would trigger death rattle and then trigger, drawing a card.
Oh,
Which I
okay,
was like,
yeah.
maybe I would run some of those, but I didn't even know
Fair.
they existed.
Hey, no, that's awesome for this video too. Tell the viewers what you would change for sure.
Yeah, and then I think you cannot run this deck without these. Absolutely. This doesn't commit or flip or anything. It just says an instant invitation says enhance sack a backup. This attack gets +3 damage, which that's not the important part. It's sacking the backup, and then you death rattle them. Beast Titan says draw a card. You can win a game if they get low enough by just burning them to death.
Fair,
One time
yeah.
I had a Beast Titan. I played that, which first of all sacks a backup, and then you can Nymph's Invitation on every attack because it doesn't. And then you burn them. So I burned them for 2, and that actually won me a game when I took this to my locals after this webcam
That's
tournament.
awesome. I really like Nim's Invitation as well because, like, honest to God, when you build that card, it feels like you really cannot attack into backups anymore as your opponent. When you have
Yeah.
Nim's Invitation on the field, it feels so bad for your opponent to be like, I'm going to attack into 9 Titans, and then you're like, yeah, sure, I'll Nim's Invitation, I'll destroy it, and fizzle your move.
Yeah, exactly. It almost kind of turns you into war chief at that point.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. This card all by itself is a must, but it pairs really nice with Death Rattle.
I love Death Rattle. I love that card so much. Big fan of Death Rattle.
And then personally, I was running 2 of each of these because if I didn't see them, it was fine. They're uniques, but if I did see them, sometimes I could just boost the heck out of the speed or
Yeah.
minus a bunch of damage.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it feels like you're already like you have so much DR. This just like ensures matchups sometimes. Like, and then like you said, like giving a thing a million stats is crazy.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially if you're trying to, you send out their board with the rock barrage and then
Yeah.
make block. And then I have this one in just because it's a 1 high block. It's really good. It's a 6 check. It builds in. They stun you. And you can flip, and then you build down top part of your deck.
Yeah, no, I really like that card. That's basically like the 2/6 version of it can't be fixed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then I've got. I chose to go with these ones because all the different block zones. There's 0, so I can get a better build off, and they're all 6.
Yeah,
And essentially,
this is awesome.
they're kind of blank aside from that, but
yeah, good block mods in every zone though is like an insane ability to have sometimes. Honestly.
yeah. And that's it for the main. Do you want to see the sideboard
Absolutely, we want to see the sideboard. We want to see it all.
Okay, sounds good. I didn't actually side that much because I was pretty new with the deck and I was unfamiliar with a lot of it. But
Fair.
I went with another copy of each of these just in case, because they're pretty solid.
Yeah, for sure. If somebody like happens to like remove your Fallen Titans, if they have like that type of capability, it would be nice to sideboard extra copies into like things like Sweeping Daggers and whatnot.
And then I went with another one of this just because I really like this card.
I think that card is absolutely insane. Me and my teammate Dan were actually just talking about this card yesterday. I think it is crazy that like every Titan deck isn't running this card.
Yeah, and I don't usually play the Death Attuned, so I'm really liking the Death Attuned with the
Yeah,
Titans. So
yeah.
find some more of that.
Hell yeah.
And then this card, like I said, I didn't have a whole lot of practice with the deck, but this can be really good on defense when you want to ready your foundations to block.
Yeah, no, I love this. This is what, a Night's Rest, I think it's called, right?
Right.
Yeah, yep, yeah, no, this card's very good. I've definitely seen a couple Beast Titan decks like running this one and just having more defense. And it makes sense to side it. You already have so much defense in your main board, so.
Yeah, I was pretty much able to block at a minimum 1 and then DR a whole attack and then, I basically wasn't getting away from full health
Yeah, no, that makes
most of the match.
sense. These types of decks are like just frustratingly good at just like living it full. What were your matchups like? What would like just kind of go through like all of your rounds? Who did you like? What characters did you face off against, if you remember?
So my last round, I went up against one of the undefeated Leatherheads, and I was kind of nervous going into that one because I don't have a lot of experience playing against Leatherhead,
Fair.
and I was like, man, this is gonna be rough. Um, However, my deck was really kind to me, and everything I needed to see, it just kind of went my way. Who did I play before that? I'm trying to remember. I'm not. I'm not quite sure of the other decks I played. I
Fair.
think I
No
played.
worries. No
I
worries.
played the Big Cat. It was the listing that was one of the ones that did really well in
In the
the
webcam event.
the Saturday one.
Yeah. Okay. You played against Mr. Joseph.
Yeah, and that was kind of a close match. That was kind of scary too. But I think what happened is they just didn't see attacks when they needed to, or they were checking only attacks. When your deck does that, you're kind of hosed.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I don't remember what my middle match was right now, but
No worries. You don't have to remember because you went 3-0. No, that's awesome, man. And it's so cool to like hear that you like basically had just started playing this, right? Like you were on War Chief for a minute and then just
oh yeah,
randomly decided to just like run Beast Titan, and doing so well with it right off the bat is not only shows how good the deck is, but also shows how good Bill Evans is as a player, and that's exactly what I want these videos to showcase.
well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, this deck is a ton of fun. Like I said, the only time it's not fun is when you draw just foundations and you have to have an attack or a way to get an attack. Um, or
Yeah,
it's
that
always
makes
nice
sense.
because like even if you only drew like foundations or even like two not foundations backups, you could build them all out and then you build the two foundations. You get to draw two more cards. Like with only foundations, like what do you do?
Yeah.
You build two tasks or something. It's
Yeah,
not.
fair. It's so funny that like only foundations is like not exactly what we don't want in a deck anymore. Very funny. And like even like you run like what, two exactly. Oh wait, no, you run six 3 checks in your main board, Rock Barrage, and then two of the
Oh yeah,
four
that's a
diff.
good point. A whole lot of four diffs is what I was
Yeah,
trying to avoid.
yeah. I think you run like maybe six total, or no, but yeah, and seven with falling maybe. So that's
Yeah,
like you can basically almost unironically just like slam 9 Titans turn one going first, and have a pretty good bet of like, yeah, I'm gonna pass all of my checks.
yeah. It is a little scary. Most of the time I was doing it okay, but yeah, you could just end your turn right then.
Yeah, yep,
Unfortunately,
yeah. No, that's
and these three checks are so strong.
oh,
Like
absolutely. You have to
you have
run
to run
these.
them.
Yeah, no, for sure. Rock Barrage is like way too good of a card. It is for sure worth the risk.
Yeah,
I
this card.
like the one of Falling Titans as well. I'll comment on that before we come to a close. Like, I think people playing 4 Falling Titans is actually just like way overkill. Like, because like as soon as you see it, the game probably just ends. Like,
Yeah, well, and if you see it too early, let's say you don't have a whole lot of backups,
it feels
it's
really
not
bad. It's like
too.
a vanilla 6 diff.
Yeah, or if they seal it and you can't build it down or whatever, it's like
Yeah,
there's so many
absolutely.
ways to cancel. Well, this one doesn't have blitz, but like to cancel out blitzes or seal an attack, and
Yeah, flip the attack in your card pool, remove it.
yeah.
Yeah, no, this deck is awesome. Super, super happy to have you on. Any last shout outs that you want to do before we close it out? Anybody that you want to call out?
Yeah, I want to say, my locals, they were trying to tell me I should play this deck for forever because it plays the way I would like to play. I was staying off of it because it doesn't have chaos, and I got kind of stuck on chaos for a while with a knockdown blow, and the way
Yeah,
I got smoked
yeah,
up.
the Godzilla 6 check.
Yeah, my locals at Game Night Games in Pueblo, Colorado. There was one kind of cool other thing I wanted to talk about
Yeah, let's
with
hear it.
so if you have So female Titan's cool. Like, let's say you have a build, and I'm only running out of one of, so I'm not really trying to do it. But let's say I have Beast Titan. I go, I commit it to go pick up a Rock Barrage. Um, I do whatever. But then when I play female Titan, I can ready this because that's what it says. Draw a card, ready it back up, and then I lose another stamina to get +2 damage. So it's only got 3 stamina left, and then I can commit it as a cost. Let's see, lose 3 stamina as a cost, and then
Oh,
it goes to the
that's
discard pile,
amazing. And then you can
and
sack
then
it. That's so
you just pick it
funny.
right back up to your hand. Yeah,
That's amazing. I like that when I saw the list this morning, I was like going over it in my head to try to like kind of memorize some numbers. And when I saw all the one-ofs, I think that is like the sickest part of this deck, and it makes so much sense. Like, as I didn't even like have to think about it. It's like, yeah, no, that like all of these one-ofs just like you never want to draw them in multiples, right? Like you never have to see these cards, but they're just good
yeah,
flow pieces when you do.
yeah. The only ones that really do more. Well, I have 2 harness, but 4 of with the ones with his face on it, and then like Duplicitous is just like another copy of Rock Barrage,
Yeah,
where you
yep,
can build him
exactly. You're
another
just trying
backup.
to build during your turn, and those, yeah, those make sense to be the four ofs, and then like so many one ofs is so sick, and it also like keeps your opponent kind of like on their toes. Like I think like making your opponent like a little awkward on a turn is like very very good inside of this particular card game. So having so many one ofs, even once they know the list, like it's going to be hard to prepare for all of these attacks that could potentially be thrown at you.
Yeah, they have the different block zones and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's almost impossible to prepare for a turn against your deck, which is so cool.
Well, Smiling is cool. If I saw it on a first or Duplicitous, I could build it in, uh, then immediately form with it so that they have to attack this on their next. And what's cool about that is then I can draw a card because it blows up. It wastes one of their attacks. I can death rattle them for a health. You know.
Yeah, no, I really like the almost like side game plan of like maybe I'll just burn you to death. Like you have so many ways to just murder them, but also if they're letting the game go on longer, they're just like burning 2, 3, 4 a turn.
Yeah, you kind of got to kill Beast early if you can, or at least get some damage on him,
Yeah, for
because later
sure.
on you're kind of unstoppable.
Yeah, no, what a sick deck, man. Super happy to see you play this. I thought for sure you were going to be slinging Godzilla or War Chief, and you just came out of nowhere with the Beast Titan and 3-0'd my whole event, so that's so sick.
Cool.
All right. Well, yeah. Any final shout outs? I know you shouted out your locals. I want to shout out Bill Evans himself. Thank you so much for getting on with me today. I know it took a few days to get the timing right, but I'm super glad that we got on and did this video. And I'm happy to see you in the next Wednesday Webcam Weeklies.
Yeah, I'm excited to play, and yeah, definitely thank you to my locals because that's where I get my reps in, and my practice games and everything, and I get my community time in. So
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Locals is like so important. I go to my locals twice a week. That's exactly why I wanted to start running these events again. Just to have a third locals to attend.
thank you. All right, well, thanks Marvin for having me
Yep.
on, and
Anytime, man. Thank you. And we will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.